You know that one neighbor who thinks they run the entire neighborhood, the one who acts like their clipboard gives them supreme authority over your life? Well, what if I told you one woman took it so far she ended up in handcuffs on her own perfectly manicured lawn, and the person who called her out? Her victim's wife, working dispatch at 911. We moved into our dream home about 3 months ago, a gorgeous place tucked at the edge of a high-end neighborhood called Oakidge Hollow. Technically, we weren't part of the HOA, the property lines were clear, we had the papers to prove it, but someone forgot to tell Karen Wilcox, the self-appointed queen of the homeowners association. The first time she showed up at our door, clipboard in hand and a plastic smile stretched across her face, I thought she was just being neighborly. Turns out, she was casing our house for violations. Your mailbox, she chirped, doesn't meet community standards. You'll need to replace it within 7 days. I politely explained we weren't under HOA jurisdiction, even offered to show her the paperwork, but Karen laughed it off. That's a common misunderstanding. All homes in this corridor follow the visual guidelines. She left me a binder the size of a phone book, filled with rules on everything from fence color to acceptable types of porch plants. From there, it got worse. Every week, a new complaint: our porch lights were too bright, our lawn was improperly edged. She once blocked our driveway with her golf cart while she measured our hedges with a tape measure. When she started leaving fake violation notices on our mailbox, my wife suggested we just ignore her. That lasted about 48 hours before Karen escalated to taking photos of our house at night. So, we installed a security gate, nothing fancy, just enough to keep the wannabe HOA tyrant at bay. That's when Karen lost it. One morning, she showed up at the gate, jamming the buzzer like she was trying to break it. I answered through the intercom. "You need to open this gate now," she demanded. "There's been a complaint. I'm conducting an inspection." I calmly reminded her, again, that we weren't part of her HOA, told her to leave. She glared at the camera, hissed, "You'll regret this," and sped off in her golf cart. 20 minutes later, my phone buzzed, motion alert at the gate. There she was, on her phone, pointing wildly at our house. I turned up the audio just in time to hear her lying to 911, "Yes, police, there's screaming coming from this house, and they won't open the gate. I think someone's hurt." I was frozen. My wife, Elaine, works as a 911 dispatcher, but she couldn't take personal calls while on duty. All I could do was watch and wait. What Karen didn't know was that Elaine answered her call. She instantly recognized Karen's voice and our address. Protocol meant she couldn't dismiss it outright, but she flagged the call as suspicious and sent officers for a welfare check, not an emergency. She made sure it was noted that Karen was a known harasser. 10 minutes later, a police cruiser rolled up. Karen met them like an actress on opening night, pointing at our house, gesturing like she was auditioning for a crime show. I met them at the gate with my ID. "Officers, there's no emergency. This woman's been harassing us for months about HOA rules that don't even apply to our property." One officer touched his earpiece, his expression shifted. "Sir, is your wife Elaine Miller?" I nodded. "She's on dispatch right now and filled us in on the history here," he said, turning to Karen. "Ma'am, did you call 911 reporting a violent incident here?" Karen doubled down. "Yes, there's something going on in that house." The officer's face hardened. "Ma'am, all 911 calls are recorded. Dispatch notes indicate you've made similar calls about other residents before. You're being placed under arrest for filing a false police report and misuse of emergency services." The color drained from Karen's face. "This is absurd. I'm the HOA president." Didn't matter. They cuffed her right there while half the neighborhood watched. One older gentleman walked up to me quietly. "We've been waiting years for someone to stand up to her," he whispered. Turns out, Karen's harassment extended way beyond us. At an emergency HOA meeting the following week, she was unanimously voted out of her position. In court, she got slapped with a $5,000 fine, a year of probation, 200 hours of community service, and a restraining order banning her from coming within 100 feet of our property. And just like that, Karen's reign of terror was over, all because she messed with the wrong family and the wrong dispatcher. Subscribe for more wild neighborhood drama and true stories you won't believe actually.